Alright, this is going to just be a quick video on how to play Scourge for the SIN Guild. So first off, make sure you're set up as Spite, top, middle. These are all axe skills and might doing more damage. Your soul reaping is your marks are unblockable. You gain extra vitality and shrouds, which are your F1 to 5 keys. Gain an increased critical chance on enemies. Your barrier for Scourge removes conditions, reduce your skill Trail of Anguish, and you can only summon one shade at a time. So, some openings for the character. Let's get my stuff here. Equipment. Stuff. So, some openings. When we're set up with a zerg in front of us, let's say there's a zerg right... I'm going to here. Let's just say there's a zerg right there. Okay, right on the symbols. While we're staying around doing nothing, you want to drop your 2, 4, 2, 3, and 5. That's just a simple keep them away from us. This is playing range. You do not use any of your skills right here. So I understand there's a lot of keys for some people, so too much is to press. When we're pushing in, always make sure your axe focus. And you can have a few openings. In this case, since I don't have anyone to target, I would target someone and basically throw this chilling dagger that's 1200 range, removing up to 3 boons and bouncing through people and everything. Great boon stripping. Followed by your number 4, which can give you a bit of swiftness and do a little bit more damage. But also, a big one is, when we're going in with the zerg, when you're going in, you're coming in with me, you gotta spam that 3, drop your shade 5, and then your wells on top of yourself right here. That's how you do a lot of damage, is just keeping them on top of yourself. You can CC in afterwards. But since you're running with the zerg, I would suggest doing your skill right here and then your F2, because that's going to give you a barrier. Another opening is, if you're playing more range, which eventually will be more melee, is using your axe 2 right here. This does a frick ton of damage, but also you're still doing your number 5 because that's a 1200 range. It's just this one right here has a very small range, so you can't do that as well. Another opening is, when you see downs, you're trying to run to them and pop your elite on top of them, even drop some more wells on top of it, etc., boon strip, stuff like that. If you notice, though, I'm never going back to staff. We're never ever going back to staff unless you're out of life shroud. So that's when you would pop your 2, 3, 5, maybe your 4 if you need to get rid of some condies, and then immediately switch back to axe and start wailing again with your number 2, your number 3, etc. However, your number 1 and 2 does produce a lot of life force, so usually in a fight you won't need to switch back to your staff. So another thing is, though, since you're always being targeted, you're constantly going to be targeted. That's enemies are going to go for you. You're squishy. You're in a zerg armor, more or less, or marauders, depending which build you're running. You need to move. Like, so if these hearts are coming right at me, like straight line, I'm immediately moving to the right or left, going all the way around, popping my Trail of Anguish if I need to get behind you, and then popping my skills and whatnot, my wells and such. Because I am not staying still. And once I pop that stuff, I'm leaving. I'm not staying there. I'm getting out, and I'm going to be moving around the zerg again. That's how you need to play this Necro. You need to constantly keep moving. So if that thing's coming after you, you're dodging to the right or left, using your Trail of Anguish, and they're going to chase you. Trust me, they're going to chase you while the back line, while our front line is going to pound on them. You can do is drop your stuff on yourself while you're running away. Again, you need to time all your wells and stuff on top of it. So that's pretty much it. Honestly, it's just a staff at the start, and then pop to your axe. And if you're going melee, which is fine, you can totally do melee on this class. You just need to trust your firebrand. There's going to be a firebrand training video too. You need this one that gets rid of all the boons. You need to drop your wells on top of you. You need to drop your shade. Use your F5 or F2 first, just because you get a barrier and it gives everyone else barrier. Then your F3 and F5, and then your F2. And just spam your axe skills. You see a low target? Call a target in the group, go after other Necros, go after other Ellies, or even Revenants, and just boon strip attack. That's all you're doing. And on the biggest thing is, you're never ever staying still. You stay still first for the empowerment, and then you get the hell away from me, or you get on top of my attack, and we just keep moving with your firebrand.